Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, class. Today we are going to discuss our topic from chapter number 15, Inheritance, and the topic name is a Watson-Crick model of DNA. I have summarized some headings which are not mentioned in your book, and I have summarized it for you. So I'm gonna read it, and you just need to note down it on your books. Discovery, structure. These are the subheadings which are included in structure, which is a double helix, nitrogenous bases, backbone, and then pairing of nucleotides. We are going to discuss all these structures in sequence. Firstly, we are going to discuss its discovery. Who discovered this Watson-Crick model of DNA? As its name suggests, Watson and Crick, these are the two scientists who discovered and who proposed, who explained this structure for us. After this discovery, they are named as a Watson-Crick model. ठीक है, so these lines are included, must have to be included in the discovery. So you have to summarize the whole discovery like this. In 1953, James Watson and Francis Crick proposed the Watson-Crick model of DNA. And then you will go towards the explanation. According to Watson-Crick model, a DNA molecule consists of two polynucleotide strands. I think I have to draw a diagram so you can easily understand what I'm trying to explain. According to given instructions, I'm saying that there are two polynucleotide strands. This is the one strand, and I'm going to draw. This is the second strand. Both strands are coiled around each other. Is that clear? There are two polynucleotide strands which are coiled around each other to form a double helix, a double helical-like structure. As is showing, I am showing in your diagram, this is a double helix structure. Actually, these polynucleotide strands are sugar phosphate backbone. Now I am going to draw sugar phosphate. Sugar phosphate. This is a sugar phosphate backbone. It's mean DNA consists. This is the structure of the DNA, and the whole polynucleotide strand is composed of sugar phosphate backbone. Now it will be clear for you. It is consist of sugar phosphate backbone. Backbone, as you know, our body also has backbone. It provides support to our body. It's mean this double helix structure is backbone. It's mean it is providing a support to the whole structure of DNA. That's why I'm calling it backbone. Now look, have a look of your headings. We have discussed our discovery. We have discussed a subheading of a structure which is a double helix. In double helix, there are sugar phosphate backbone. Okay, girls. Now we are going to discuss its inner structure. What is present in its inner structure? The structures named nucleotides are present in the inside of this DNA, which is our adenine and thymine. Cytosine and guanine. Okay, girls, these are actually nucleotides. Adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. The pairing is very specific. A always form pair with thymine, and there are always two hydrogen bonds, and guanine always form pair with cytosine. Doesn't matter guanine is present in a right or left side, and doesn't matter adenine is present in left or right. If guanine is present on left, then adenine is present on right. Okay, if thymine is present on left, then adenine will present on right, and there will always be hydrogen bonding. There are two bonds in adenine and thymine, and there will be three hydrogen bondings in guanine and cytosine. And as you know, we show hydrogen bonding in dotted form. That's why we are going to draw this in dotted lines. Now you have a look. We have discussed our double helix structure. We have discussed our nitrogenous bases, which are adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. Then we have discussed is bonding. In this heading, we will discuss about its hydrogen bonds and its specificity. Matlab, its bonding specificity. You will say that a always show or make bond with thymine, and guanine always form a 3 hydrogen bond with cytosine. Now I'm going to draw the structures of adenine and thymine and locate it in your DNA according to the given diagram in your book. You don't need to be panic, beta. Related to the diagram I have drawn for you, I will take a click and add it at the end of the video. Now 10th class, recall your previous knowledge, and I have drawn an ATP molecule for you, which you have already read this. This is a sugar. These are adenine, which are actually nucleotide. These are 3 phosphate bonds. You have already studied it. Now I'm going to put the structure in the DNA, and we will discuss how it can be adjusted in the DNA molecule. We have studied that there are 2 polynucleotide strands in which there is sugar and phosphate backbone is present. It's mean sugar and phosphate is present in this backbone. Now I am going to draw this. This is sugar. 5-cornered ribose sugar. You have already studied in class 9th. Okay. Then I'm going to make phosphate. Okay. Then I said there are present nucleotides are inside the structure of DNA. Okay. These are nucleotides, these are sugars, and these are phosphate. Now I am going to draw another sugar, 5-cornered ribose sugar, and then another phosphate, another sugar, and then another phosphate. It will form a sugar phosphate bond. The diagram has also been mentioned on your book. This is actually adenine or thymine or cytosine or guanine. For your convenience, I have shown 3 bondings, so the whole concept will be clear for you. This is sugar, this is the phosphate. It's means sugar phosphate backbone, and then these are the nitrogenous bases. Suppose it is adenine, then it will be thymine. Suppose it will be guanine, then it will be cytosine. And these dotted lines are actually hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding has been formed between the 2 nucleotides. Now I'm going to summarize the whole lecture for you. Firstly, you have to mention the discovery. Who proposed? James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953. Then you will move towards explanation and the structure of the DNA. It consists of 2 polynucleotide strands, which is a double helix, and it is made up of consists of sugar phosphate backbone, and then many nucleotides are present inside nucleotide sequence. There is nucleotides actually are present in sequence, and there are 4 nucleotides: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. And the pairing is very specific. A always pair with T, and G always pairs with C. There are 2 hydrogen bonds developed between A and T, and there will be 3 hydrogen bonds between guanine and cytosine. For your convenience, you can remember this like this: at government college or girls college, then you will remember the code A, T, G, and C. I hope you all have understand all the concepts and diagrammatic representation according to your book. You can also read the book. You can understand all the things I have explained for you. Okay, class, thank you so much. I hope you all have learned Watson Crick model only by taking my lecture. And Allah Hafiz, take good care of yourself.